Hello everyone, it is very lovely to see you. Welcome to this live. TikTok is just notifying everyone that I'm here, but I'm going to try and scroll across. Oh, hello Anna. Hello Vicky, nice to see you. How are you all doing? Hello Heather, nice to see you too. How is everyone? Hello Lynn. Right, I'm going to... I always have this problem. I try and scroll across to sort of be able to see the enlarged writing, and my little screen thing moves around. Anyway, I can see you all now, so because I'm blind as a bat. Let's have a look, see who's here. Welcome everyone to this live. Lynn, it's so nice to see you. Excellent. Hello Anna, good to see you. Anna Peachman. Oh, Julie Reese Diva, hello from California. Welcome. Rachel, welcome. Hello Jasmine, how are you? How are you doing? Did everyone have a nice Easter? Did you have a nice weekend? I'm hoping that you did. How are you all doing? How's your week been? We've made it to Friday, so hopefully you've had a reasonable week. Oh, just get rid of that thing. Welcome everyone. It's so nice to see you all. Let's have a look. Oh, Heather says, I just got home from being in A&E last night. Oh my goodness, I hope you're all right, Heather. Gosh, well I'm glad that you're here. Blimey, I hope that all went well and it wasn't too difficult an experience for you. Gosh, I'm very well, thank you Vicky. Oh, Vicky Hannibal, it's nice to see you. Welcome. I'm glad that you could make it. That is lovely. I'm really well, thank you. I'm good. I've been for a really nice walk with my friend this morning. We managed to make it outside and go for a walk through the woods together before it started raining. So I'm very grateful for that. It's all good. Thank you for liking the live, Heather. So it really helps. It really helps to sort of, if you're able to like the live just by tapping on the screen, it doesn't cost you anything at all. Just a bit of a sore finger probably. But if you can do that, maybe share the live just by tapping the little arrow in the bottom right hand screen, then TikTok thinks, oh, this must be something that people are enjoying, and so it spreads it to more people. And that's what we want really, isn't it, to help as many people as possible. So lovely to see everyone joining us. I'm kind of treading water here, just waiting for people to join, because I know that, you know, it's I don't want to sort of start when people are just joining us. So Rianne, hello, welcome from New Zealand. It's lovely to see you. Oh, and Diamond Lady, hello, first time on the live. That's very nice. Welcome. I hope that you enjoy it. It's really nice to see you. Thank you, Olivia Freya. You shared the live, so that's wonderful. All of these things, it's, you know, all of the stuff that I do on here is completely free, and I think because this is going to be a sort of a more practical live today, hopefully some of it will be helpful to lots of people. It may well be that if you come here regularly, then you might have seen some of the things that I'm going to share today, or it might be that you've never seen anything like this before, and you might well know other people that you think, well, they will not know about this stuff and they might find it useful. So thank you so much for sharing. Oh, Jasmine, I've still not finished work, so I'm going to have to put you on my desk and dip in and out. I totally understand that. That's all right. I really appreciate you being here. And if you, like Jasmine, if you're having a little bit of a sneaky phone on the desk moment at work, well, don't get into trouble. But also it's really lovely to see you. And if you can't watch the whole of this live and you think actually this could be helpful for me, then I will upload it to my YouTube, which is at Sarah Aris Therapy, and the link to that is through my profile. There's a little Linktree link, and there's lots of free resources through there, including my YouTube link. So I'll put that on later if you're at work and you can't stay for more than a few minutes. So Rachel says that's exactly what she's doing too. I always remember my friend we were working in school, and she sort of went into the stationery cupboard and got caught by the head teacher watching something on her phone. Oh, the shame. Anyway, so don't get caught, but enjoy. Let's have a look. So let me let you know a little bit about what's going to happen today. So I'm Sarah Aris, and I'm a therapist. I'm a QCH therapist, and I work in private practice. So I can see Lily there asking, do I have a waiting list? I do have a waiting list at the moment, yes. Not massively long, but a little bit of a waiting list. And I work mostly with people who are suffering from anxiety, and all of the stuff that I do on TikTok is free. It's about talking about specific sort of anxieties that people go through, but also providing sort of practical techniques to help so that you can do stuff to help yourself. Obviously, with a lot of anxiety that you've had for a long time, it can be really, really helpful to talk to someone about it, so that you can get to the sort of roots of where's it come from, why are you feeling this way. But we can also do a lot to help ourselves. So hopefully this live will help with that. I've got some really wonderful people who help me as moderators. So Lynn 250, Vicky Hodson, Jasmine. Yeah. I'm stumbling because I'm thinking, should I say your name, Jasmine, or should I not? Because you're actually working. So Jasmine is here, but she's also working, so she can dip in and out. And also Vicky Hannibus. So thank you very much to you. It's really amazing that you give up your time to help and to keep this a safe community space. So thank you for your help. So they're there in the background. You'll probably see that we have lots of people watching, and so the comments come thick and fast, and I don't always see them all, so my apologies if I don't see something that you say, but my moderators are there, and they are often, they're not therapists, but they can really help with practical questions about things. So Kirk saying, I've got a scan in a minute, I'm terrified, I need help to calm down. Well, we will be straight into that in before you know it, Kirk, we'll be doing it. Okay, so let's do that now. Okay, let's do something that can be, this is the most popular thing that I share on here and also with my clients, and it's so simple. You can do it, and no one needs to know that you're doing it, and it works on lots of different levels, connecting with our nervous system in a really practical way to keep us calm. So let's do it together. Okay, don't need any experience. Kirk, you can do it along with me. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to start circling the thumb and finger. We're just circling, and what that does is it brings our minds to this sort of physicality of our fingerprint whirls on our thumb and finger, just circling. That's the first bit of this. And then what we're going to do is we're going to make our vision really unfocused. So we're just kind of just staring off into the half distance, just a bit blurry, a bit daydreamy. That's it, just do it along with me. So we're just sort of staring off out of a window into the distance. The reason that we do this is when we're in danger, when we feel in danger, if there's real danger there, our vision becomes very focused. And when we're in fight or flight, our vision can become very, very focused. If, for example, someone was to burst in through your door right now, you would be, what's that? You want to see where the danger's coming from. So by changing the nature of our vision and just staring off into the distance, it sends the message through our optic nerve, all is well, we are safe. So circling, staring softly. You can blink as well, it's fine, but it's just that soft focus. And then in your mind, just be saying something to yourself, either out loud or just in your head. Something like, I'm here, I'm safe, I'm now. I'm here, I'm safe, I'm now. Just keep doing that for a bit. That's it. I can see people are doing it, and it's having a nice calming effect. And Tara makes a really good comment, doing this with a grain of salt or something like it between her fingers. That's such a cool idea. If that works for you, then that's really great. Thank you for sharing it. As you're doing this, you might become aware that actually some of your muscles are quite tense. So it may well be that you find the muscles around your eyes are quite tense, your forehead, maybe your jaw. So just let your tongue drop to the base of your mouth, let your teeth part, your jaw soften. Just letting your shoulders soften. If you feel the need to sigh or to yawn, then that's a really good sign. Because it helps you to begin to regulate your breathing. You may well notice that you're holding your breath. Perhaps your breathing's coming quite rapidly. And it can help to just do what we call a double breath. And I'll go through this a bit later as well. So we're just at the top of our in-breath. Just breathe a little bit more. So long, slow out breath. Slow your breathing. That's it. Just loosening, slowing, softening. Just slowly noticing where you are. There you go. How's that feel? It's such a simple thing, and obviously you don't have to have your hand up like this. You can have it by your side, you can have it in your lap. So, oh, let me see, I can't see your name properly. I think it says, let's have a look. So Ellis, well done Ellis, thank you, this is lovely. I'm really stressed job hunting and I needed this. Arish says, oh, let's see. Julie says it's relaxing. That's so cool. Well done. Keep going. You can keep doing that for as long as you like. So Kirk, I'm hoping that that's been helpful for you, just to bring things down to a little bit of a slower, softer level. And if you want to, you can keep doing it, or you might think, oh, that's it. Now I feel like I'm at a nicer level to just be. Because when we get anxious, we tend to, I don't know about you, maybe you're different, but anxiety can sort of speed things up. Because what's happening when we get anxious is we have that sense of danger, that our nervous system that is constantly scanning our environment notices something that it believes to be danger, and it could be danger, or it might just be the belief that it's danger. And in that moment, it releases adrenaline, cortisol, our hearts start to beat really quickly, our breathing changes, because it's all about survival in that moment. Whether there really is danger or we're just making a match with either something in the past or something in the future that might have been dangerous, might be dangerous. So that simple technique, which is pinned on my page, it's something that a lot of people find very helpful. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, so someone's saying there, I just randomly feel like I'm going to burst into tears. Is that a panic attack? Not necessarily, no. It's just an increase in emotion. So don't worry about that. It's okay to feel emotion, and you can use this technique to bring yourself down, to be with that feeling and bring yourself down. So Liz, I think I think that's your name, Liz, huh? I don't know. Had a bit of a tear up doing this. You came up here whilst I was feeling anxious. Oh, you're my hero. Oh, bless you. That's really nice of you to say. So hopefully it's helpful, you know. It's funny, isn't it? And the more that I know, I hate doing this because this is like, it seems a bit needy. But, you know, the more that you can just tap the screen to like this live, the more the algorithm sends it to other people. So maybe there's other people all over the world sitting there feeling a bit anxious on their phones, and this might pop up and that might have been helpful. And also what you can do is you can perhaps after this, I'll either post it later on tonight or tomorrow, go to my YouTube, and then this YouTube will be this whole live, an hour's worth of practical ways to bring yourself down, so that, you know, if at a future date you're thinking, oh, what was that thing, you can go to it and you can just be with me again and be doing this technique to help calm yourself down, because you're just sending the messages through your nervous system that it's okay, we are actually safe. So, and it's okay to be emotional. So thank you for joining me here. I'm Sarah. I'm joined by also my team of moderators who are keeping this a lovely, safe, friendly space. You're very welcome here. Today's a bit different. We're doing a practical live, lots of different practical techniques, and this was the first one that we did. But if you stay, we'll do some more. We're going to do some breath techniques, we're going to do some tapping, a little bit of visualization as well. So nice to see lots of people here. Elizabeth Malmross, really lovely to see you here. Thank you for joining us. Hope you're all right. Are you doing your laundry? I know sometimes you do your laundry folding whilst you watch our live, so it's lovely to see you. Rachel. So Rachel's saying, my dad has just been diagnosed with terminal cancer. Gosh, I'm sorry to hear that. That's a hard thing to hear, isn't it? Difficult for him, difficult for you, and for all your family. And Rachel was saying, I feel panicky and emotional, hoping this helps. I think it's very, very normal to feel whatever you feel when you have got news like that. You know, that is that sense your nervous system will be imagining all sorts of things, and our nervous system doesn't know the difference between an imagined future and a present reality. So we're imagining all those things in the future that might happen, and they can feel scary, and our nervous system throws those bangs straight into fight or flight, and we get the beating heart and all of the physical symptoms associated with the sense of fight or flight. So these techniques can help you. And also talking, you know, talk with people that you trust, talk with people that you can just connect on a sort of nervous system level. If you think of us, I always think of us as being like nervous systems on legs. We're like, well, we are nervous systems on legs. We're like spaghetti. And so our nervous system can be in sort of a really tense fight or flight state, and it's reaching around going, is there any safety anywhere? And if you're with people that you can trust, well, you learn to co-regulate with them. If you're with someone and they're steady, slow, breathing steady, your nervous system will sync with them as best it possibly can. And that's probably some of the stuff that you're feeling now. If you find me calming, that's what's happening, is that your nervous system is reaching out and calming, syncing with my breath, with the way that I am, and perhaps with other people around you. So hopefully that's helpful. But Rachel, you take care of yourself. I'm glad that you're here, and I hope this does help you today. So let's have a look. Let's have a think about some more techniques that can be helpful, and perhaps do some breathing techniques. I know people who are anxious get a little bit stressed sometimes about breath work. So if that's you and you're thinking, oh well, I'm not sure about this, if ever at any point in any of my lives you feel yourself getting a bit overwhelmed, then you can always just turn the volume down. You know, you don't have to be hearing everything if that's triggering for you. it's understandable sometimes. I don't know who's watching this. I don't know all of your stories, and so if it gets a bit overwhelming, maybe just step away for a bit, do this technique, and then come back, or watch it on YouTube where you can just pause it and fast forward if you want to. So I really hope that helps. So as I was saying, we're talking about breath techniques. So breathing. I don't want you to worry about breathing. The breath techniques that we use get easier over time, and remember that you're always going to breathe. From the moment that you were born, you have been breathing in and out all that time. And our nervous systems, our bodies don't let us down. It feels sometimes that we're going to stop breathing and then we feel anxious or panicky, but it really does work. So as Stephanie says, breath work does work. It absolutely does. And it's a really nice steady thing to focus on. So let's do a few simple breath work together. And if it's too much for you, don't worry. You can just watch and maybe think, oh, I might use that later. If you want to do it alongside me, then do join me. And think about, maybe measure where you are right now. So if you were to measure between 0 and 10, so 0 is everything is fine and chilled and I'm feeling good. And perhaps 10 is like the worst it could be anxiety-wise. So measure just where are you now? And then we'll do some breath work and see where you are afterwards, okay? So thank you to all of you who are joining me. Thank you for your kind comments. Let's do some breathing together. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm just thinking in my head what would be a good thing to do. So I'm going to do a reset breath, a couple of ways to reset your breath, because quite often it's when you're anxious, it feels tricky, doesn't it, to breathe. People say, oh, I can't catch my breath. So I can just see a comment there from Hikari. Oh, thank you very much for your kind comment. That's really nice. I'm glad my voice relaxes you. So to reset our breath, to reset our diaphragm, because we're looking at breathing from our tummies rather than up here, okay? So we're just going to do a reset. So we're just going to connect with our breath, whatever your normal breath is, just breathing now. And what I want you to do is imagine that you're a boat coming into a harbour, and we're going to just come to a slow stop. And so you could do this with your eyes open, your eyes closed, whatever feels more comfortable for you. And we're just going to breathe. And then as we imagine the boat coming into the harbour, we're just going to, when it feels comfortable, we're going to stop. And we're just going to stop breathing. And we're going to notice the pressure building of the need to breathe. And we're not holding our breath for ages. When you feel the need, then breathe in. Long, slow out breath. And then just breathe normally. And what that does is it helps us catch our breath. Another thing that we can do is to do a double breath. And this is something that we do naturally. It's called a physiological breath is another way of describing it. And what it does is it's resetting our diaphragm, because we're giving our heart room to beat. It slows our heartbeat when we do this breath. We don't want to do loads of them, maybe do 2 of these and then wait 20 or 30 seconds and just notice the changes, the calming of our heartbeat, the calming of how we're feeling. What we're going to do is we're just going to connect with our breath again. So we're just breathing in and out, so whatever that is. So I'm going to breathe in and out. And then at the top of an in-breath, breathing in and a bit more. And then out. And then pause. And then breathing in. A bit more. Long, slow out breath. And then just leave it for a bit. And just notice, how is that feeling? Is your heart rate slow? Do you feel a bit calmer? Just notice, be curious about it, what's going on for you. Hopefully that's helpful. So those are 2 resets. What we're doing when we're breathing, ideally, is breathing from our tummy. So if I was to put my hands on my tummy button here, I don't know if you can see, but if I breathe, so if I put my hands like this, when my hands are on my belly and I breathe so that my lungs expand, my belly will expand as well. So my hands will part a little bit. And then as I breathe out and I'm pushing out with my tummy muscles, my hands will come back together. So if you try that now, if you put your hands on your belly button and breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. And you can notice, if you're doing it right, if your fingers part. Don't have to be loads. It just can be a little tiny bit like that. And then you're breathing from the right part. If you're breathing from up here, then your hands won't move at all. Your fingers won't move at all. So I hope that's really helpful. Oh, Elizabeth. So Elizabeth is saying, wow, that feels great. Feel much calmer. That is such good news, Elizabeth. And it's very simple, isn't it? Something you can do. Takes how long? 30 seconds? Less than that to do these techniques. And it's not, it's not like a miracle cure for stuff. If you've been through trauma and you've got stuff in your background that needs help from a therapist, then, this is something that in the moment is going to be helpful and calming for you. So I'm really glad that helped for you. Let's have a look. Oh, so thank you, Lynn. So Lynn is helping you, Hikari. I hope that it's all right. Thank you, Lynn, for explaining things. Let me just see. Yeah, so Lynn's absolutely right, Hikari, that you can get there's lots of people who are specialists in breath techniques. On my page, there's categories with some breath techniques. That some of them I won't be sharing today, but they're on my page. So do go along and have a little look. Vic W, it's really nice to see you. And look, Vic's at work as well, squeezing us in between meetings. So I'm glad that you can be here. And Jessica Laybourne is saying, can you save this? What you can do is you can go and just send the live. You can also, what I'm going to do is it's being recorded, so it will be saved and I will put it onto my YouTube either later on today or tomorrow. So if you go along to my YouTube, which is reachable through my link tree and my profile, and it's Sarah Eris Therapy, if you go along there, then if you subscribe for free, it will be there for you. So I hope that helps. If you're finding this helpful and you're thinking that someone else might find these things helpful, it would be great. I'd really appreciate it if you can like it by tapping the screen, because the more likes there are, the algorithm sends it to more people, so it's more helpful. But also you can share it with people that maybe you follow, that you think, oh yeah, they might enjoy this, even if they're on WhatsApp or something like that. So I hope that's helpful. So we've done a couple of breath techniques. Let's do another one, and this is another really, really simple one. So do it alongside me. Now I notice that there are questions coming up, and I really appreciate you asking questions. If I can, I will answer some of them, but today is really much more about giving practical techniques for you to perhaps do some practical techniques to help with anxiety alongside me. If I'm not answering your question, then do have a look at my grid on TikTok, and there's lots of categories which may well answer your question, so that might be a place to go. And then next week what I'm going to be doing is back on doing a live next Friday. I think I might carry on doing them at 2:00 because they seem to be quite it seems to be quite a good time for lots of people. I don't know if you agree, but then it will be much more about a Q&A, but today is much more about practical stuff. So Theo Adams, I did reply to you, Theo. Hi Sarah, sent an email to you and didn't get a response. I did, and I sent you a response, Theo. I will check and I will email you again. So I don't know what happened there. That's really strange. If you wouldn't mind emailing me again, but I definitely, because I remember your name, because I really like the name Theo. So I definitely did reply to you. Maybe check your junk mail and have a little look at that. I hope that's helpful to you, and I'm really glad that you came on. Thank you for being here and letting me know about that. It's really, I hate that because I always reply to every email that I get from people. Okay, so what I'm going to do is show you now a triangle breath technique, which again is really simple, really helpful, and it is a little bit similar to this one because you have the sort of physicality of doing a triangle on your hand. So what we do is, obviously I'm going to hold my hand up like this so that you can see it, but you don't have to do this. Your hand can be in your lap, by your side. And what we're going to do is we're going to imagine that we have a triangle on our hand. So we're drawing a line across the top down to a point at the bottom. So you've got a triangle on your hand. And we're going to sort of sync our breathing with the sides of this triangle. And also what's really important is to be curious about the spaces between our breath, because to slow everything down, it can be quite interesting to leave a space between our in-breath and our out-breath, between our out-breath and our in-breath. So you just go at the speed that suits you best. So what we're going to do is we're going to breathe in, space, out, out. And what this does is you're slowing everything down, but you're also giving your nervous system the message through your long out breath that all is well, that you're safe. We're automatically getting an out breath which is twice as long as our in breath, and that is a really nice signal to be giving our nervous system. So breathing in, out, out. Oh, Theo, I see that you got the email. I'm so relieved. Isn't it awful when you emailed someone and you think they've not replied to you? So I'm really glad. So give me a shout if I can't remember the details of the email here and now at this moment, but yeah, just if I can help in any other way, just give me a shout, okay? I'm glad you found it. Phew. So Han says, I love your TikTok so much. You're such a kind soul and so helpful. Oh, that's very kind of you. Thank you. I do try. And I'm hoping that today these techniques are helpful for you. I really appreciate you liking the live. Thank you so much to my moderators, to Lynn250, to Vicky Hodson, to Jasmine, to Vicky Hannibus, who are here in the background, just keeping everything safe, answering questions, giving a little bit of info practically that perhaps I can't do, or maybe I don't see a comment. So it's just really nice. I'm so grateful for you lot who are there helping me, but hopefully this practical live is helpful too. So we've got just under half an hour to go, and so I'm thinking what we've done so far. Well, my son has just walked in the room. Hello. Back from work. So we have done a little bit of this. We've done some breath techniques, and I'm thinking maybe we could do perhaps we'll end up with some tapping. That might be helpful to do together. And I'm thinking maybe we could do some visualisation now. What are your thoughts on that? What would you like? Or is there something that you'd like me to go through? Maybe something that I've shared before or that you would like more info on. So let me just take a moment to have a little look through the comments. Yeah, Lynn250 says, Alice, this is absolutely a safe space. So it's so lovely to have everyone here. Really, really lovely to have you here, everyone. Thank you so much for your nice comments. And I can see, so a lot of I can see a question there from Joe talking about the physical symptoms. Well, the physical symptoms of anxiety, they will all be helped by doing these techniques that I share, but also looking at creating an environment of safety. So you're not just firefighting, when you feel anxious, thinking, oh God, what can I do about that? It's about helping your nervous system understand that you are safe in your life. Now, it may well be that you're not safe in your life. It may well be that there's stuff going on in your life which is really difficult and really challenging. And hopefully these techniques can just help bring the levels of stress hormone down a wee bit. And if you're making matches, so actually your life is safe right now, but you're looking to the future, looking to the past, then again, these techniques can bring you to a place of, okay, I'm all right, I am present here and now in this moment, I am safe. So I hope that that's helpful. And if you've got stuff going on that's really traumatic, or that is undealt with trauma, unresolved trauma, then do consider talking to someone, because that will get to the deep structure of what's happening for you and help long term. These things that I share, self-care, being kind to yourself, connecting to the world, doing these practical coping techniques are really, really helpful. But at the end of the day, you need to get to the root of what's caused the anxiety. And sometimes that's obvious and sometimes it's not. So let's have a look. So Theo, thanks so much, Sarah. I just read the email and responded. Good. Okay, I will have a look when I finish this. Okay, so I noticed a few people were saying that they would like tapping. Alice says visualization would be so lovely, or about tapping. So cool. So we can do all that. Oh, Emma Cardwell. Sorry, I'm going like this because I'm blind as a bat. I haven't got my glasses on. I'm kidding myself. I've got the enlarged text on and I still can't read. So, okay, so we'll do both. We'll just do both. Okay. So, so let's have a little thing. So let's do a visualization. I'm thinking which is one that maybe I've not done before. And then I'm thinking I've probably done them all before. Okay, I'm going to do spinning again, because I think spinning is really, really helpful. And spinning is a technique that's a visualizing technique that you can do. You can use it to help any emotion that you're feeling, whether it's a great emotion and you just want to make it even bigger. But most people use it for feelings that they're going through, just to bring themselves a little bit under control, to bring them down, to help them not be so intense and overwhelming. So what we do is we connect with the feeling, we imagine it in a sort of tangible way, we make it a little bit worse for a few seconds, but then we bring it back down. So again, be sensible for yourselves. If this is tricky for you, if you think, oh, actually no, I don't like this. I mean, it's everyone's such individuals. So I'm just sort of saying this just so that I don't want you to become overwhelmed. So if it's not your cup of tea, then that's absolutely fine. Feel free. You can always put the sound down. Do whatever feels right and safe for you, if that makes sense. So what we're going to do is we're going to connect with a feeling that you're experiencing right now, or something that you can remember experiencing and you would like just to get a little bit of a handle on. Okay. So someone was saying there, so H, can't read H betas. I feel like I know you, but I don't know. Oh, sorry, I've totally misread that. So what I thought that I was going to say is that sometimes people know that they don't feel right, but they don't know what's going on and why. Okay, so this can be really helpful if you don't know what it is, but you can feel it. So just take a moment to connect with the feeling that you're feeling. Okay, and it may well be, might be in your head, it might be in your chest, it might be in your tummy, it might be all over. It doesn't really matter where it is, but just take a moment to connect. And also, can I just say here that Gemma, if you've got a driving test coming up, then absolutely a lot of these things will be helpful for you. And actually it can, as Lynn says, having a driving test absolutely can cause anxiety, and everyone's feelings are valid on here. So let's connect with whatever the thing is that you're feeling. And sometimes it's easier to close your eyes doing this. So perhaps just close your eyes and connect with that feeling. Where is it in your body? And if you were to score that feeling, so again, between 0 and 10, so 0 is fine and 10 is the worst it could be. And just sort of either jot down or just remember that score where you are at the moment. Okay. Now, when you connect with that feeling, if that feeling had a shape or an image connected to it, what would that be? And everyone will be different, and there's no right or wrong. So just connect with that feeling. And then if that feeling had a colour, what colour would that feeling be? And I wonder if is it hot? Is it cold? Is it heavy? Is it light? Is it something else? Does it have a texture? And just connect with that feeling. And Gemma, this may well be really helpful for you just in the time leading up to doing your driving test. Okay, so because this is something you can do anytime, any place. Obviously not when you're having your driving test, but leading up to it perhaps. Okay, so so we're just connecting with that sort of tangible, imagined sense of shape and colour and temperature and texture and weight. And then in the best way that you can, what I'd really like you to do is just imagine bringing that feeling, that shape out of your body. So it's just outside of you. And it doesn't matter where it is. It might be up here, might be in front of you, might be down below you. Whatever is right for you is right for you. And when it's there, what we're going to do is we're going to just imagine beginning to spin that shape so that we make the feeling worse. Now, we're only concentrating on the shape. We're just concentrating on spinning that shape. Hello, Cookie. Nice to see you. So we're just going to spin it. So we take it up like half 1 point. And then just think about how you did that. Most of the time people will report that they speeded up the shape, that they, whatever way you spin it, doesn't really matter how you spin it, but generally people will say they made it faster. And that shows you that if you've made that shape spin more quickly and the feeling that you've been experiencing has got a little bit worse, it shows you have control over it because you've made a change just by spinning. So what I want you to do now is begin to change again the way you're spinning it. Potentially slow it down. So just begin to slow that spinning down, slow that shape, and just be curious about it. Bring it back to the number you started at and just play with it. Just be curious about bringing it lower and lower, slower and slower. That's it. And be curious about the colour that shape is. Is it still the same? Is it beginning to change? Is the shape itself beginning to change? What happens if you play with it, if you change the nature of it? And just keep playing with it. Sometimes it can help to maybe imagine pushing it away. Maybe changing its position so it's behind you, further down, further up, whatever works for you. and just allow it to spin until you can begin to bring it as close to 0 as you can. And if that's 5 for you, or if that's 3 for you, or if that's 1, brilliant. It's okay. And the more you do this, the easier it will become for you. So, how was that? Let me see what's been happening for everyone. Let me know what number you started at and not what number you ended up at, and let me know what your shape was like and what happened. It's so lovely to see you, Cookie and Imogen. So nice to see you. And Chelsea Barrett, thank you so much for being here. I don't know how to say your name, Liz Hooks. You were saying, I'm so calm, I'm dozing off. Excellent, that's so cool. Sophie says, that was wonderful. I'm so pleased. Lucy Louise says, nearly fell asleep closing my eyes and doing that. Well done. Sophie, it's okay to be emotional. A lot of the time, we're allowing ourselves to be vulnerable. We're allowing ourselves to feel, and it's okay. The more you do it, the more our nervous system begins to realise it's okay to feel. It's okay. Oh, Cookie says, I started at number 5, ended at number 1. Excellent job. Elizabeth Malmros started at 7, now I'm at 3. Yeah, Sophie says, like, welled up in a relieved way. That's so cool. That's good. Well done. This is a really nice one. So, nice one, Geezer. I love your name. Joined late, but within 20 seconds, I've been taken out of my doom scroll. I love that. I love that. So that's so good. So well done. Well done. If you did that, I mean, that is like less than 5 minutes, and you've made a difference to yourself. So imagine if you were to, save this as a YouTube video, save it for yourself, have it on your phone so that you can just come into this and you've got me talking you through it. Or have a look at the sort of pinned posts that do, there's a spinning one and this one pinned on my YouTube grid. Not my YouTube grid, what am I talking about? My TikTok grid. So, have them saved so you can have me there all the time as your own little private therapist. So I'm hoping that was helpful. So I'm really pleased that so many of you seem to have seen that's made a difference to you. Thank you so much to all of you who are joining us here, all of you who've followed me, who shared the live, who've liked this live. Hopefully it means that it's sent to more people, because at the end of the day it's so difficult, isn't it, at the moment, to get help for ourselves when we're feeling anxious, or we're feeling down, we're feeling angry, all of the things that we feel, so it's really helpful to get the word out to people that there is help here. Every Friday, thank you, Isabella, that's very kind of you to send me roses. That's very lovely, thank you. It's so, what I want to do is share as many resources as possible to help people. So thank you, and thank you to my moderators for keeping this a lovely safe space. So really nice, really nice. Let's have a look. Okay, I'm Vic. Vic W, thank you. It's really nice of you to say such nice things to me. So let's do a little bit of tapping. We've got about 10 minutes left, and that's plenty of time to do a really nice bit of tapping together. So if you have not done this before, then that's cool. You just do it along with me. I did a 10 minutes of tapping video the other day, which I think I saved that. I'm not sure. I can't remember. Anyway, it's either a pinned post or it's on the category thing, so you can find it. But let's have a little tap together. So this works in a really gentle way. It works on acupuncture pressure points. Apparently, according to the research, it reduces anxiety by about 40%. It reduces cortisol levels by 25%. So it's a really helpful thing. When I first joined in it, I thought, what is this? This is a bit woo-woo. But actually, I very soon began to realise that it it works incredibly well, and it's been used by therapists all over the world. If you watched I'm a Celebrity with Boy George in the jungle, you would have seen him doing all this. He was tapping. Lots of people use it. I use it myself. It's a fantastic calming technique. So, okay, so what we're going to do, the tapping points are here on this karate chop point of your hand, top of your head, almost, you know where the fontanelle is when babies, it's a bit soft, it's that bit top of your head, and then it's like a question mark. So this inside point, either side, inside point of your eyebrow, the outside edge, underneath edge of your eye socket. So it's like a question mark, and then to this point on your lip here, and then if you find your collarbone, the knobbly bits here, and go underneath, there hopefully will be bits that feel a little bit more tender, and that's where we're going to go like this, gently. I don't want you giving yourself bruises, just gently tapping, okay, in a way that's comforting. And then the last bit is here, underneath at the side of your body where your bra strap would go, okay, if you wear a bra. If you don't worry, just imagine. So we're going to tap, and it's kind of the rule of three. So we do a setup, and it's like the balance. The setup is like a balance. So we're talking about the thing that's going wrong, the thing that we'd like it to be, the acceptance of self, if that makes sense. So I'm going to do a really vague one. So you could just tap along with me. You don't need to say anything out loud. You can if you want to. It's absolutely fine. If you know how to do tapping, you want to just, mute me for a bit and just tap along with me, then that's fine. But you just go with the flow, whatever works for you. All right. Okay, so we're going to start, and we are going to be saying, even though things are difficult for me right now, I'm working on it, and I know it will be okay. Even though things are difficult for me right now, I'm working on it, and I know that it will be okay. Even though things are difficult for me right now, I'm working on it, and I know that it will be okay. So we're just tapping there. We say that 3 times, and then we're going to move up here. We're just going to lightly tap, just with a couple of fingers, just tapping. And just being with that feeling that's difficult right now, just beginning to connect with it and understanding that this feeling is really hard, and it sometimes comes from nowhere. At times it seems like it's with me all the time, and I hate it. I don't want it in my life. I don't want to feel this way. Just being with that feeling. And then we move to this point. We can use 2 hands if we want. We could tap both sides. We can just use one hand. We can change midway through if we want to. Just tapping. Just being with this feeling. Accepting it. Being with it. Knowing that it's a temporary feeling. I haven't always felt like this, even though sometimes I might feel that way. And I'm not going to feel like this forever. Just tapping, slowing, breathing. Aware of the feeling, and knowing that I'm doing the best I can to manage this, to have the best way I can, to have the best day I can manage, and to begin to move forward, to notice the spaces in my day where I can feel calmer and lighter. Just tapping. And then we go to this point just on the edge of our eye socket, just gently tapping, being with this feeling. However it is it makes you feel, whether it affects your whole body, whether it makes you overthink, whether perhaps you have a feeling of dread, waking up in the morning and feeling like this and thinking, when will this ever end? And just knowing that it will, because all of our feelings are temporary. Whether that's happiness, fear, anger, everything is in a flow pattern. We go up, we go down, and the more we can begin to do techniques like this to help ourselves, the easier life becomes. Just tapping and taking time. And then just underneath here, this feeling, being with it and being curious about the changes I can feel in my body, in my mind. So often we find ourselves doing this just naturally, self-soothing. Cameron. And it's okay. It's okay to follow our needs, follow what our body is asking us to do, knowing that this is the way through this feeling. And then to here, just above our top lip, just slowing everything down. Slowing and breathing, allowing our eyes to become either closed or just softly focused, staring off into the distance. Just taking our time. And then going to this point here on our chin. Just tapping. Noticing the changes, noting the softening of our muscles, the slowing of our breath. That's right. Allowing ourselves to feel whatever we feel. Allowing the energy to begin to flow through our bodies. Flowing away, flowing out into the universe. Connecting with one another in a way that's really positive, really kind and caring. Letting go of these feelings that we don't need right now, even if we can just have a few moments to be together. That's okay. And then we go to this space underneath our collarbones, either side. Just gently tapping. Don't hurt yourself, just be gentle. Just allowing our feelings to change. Understanding that you're doing the best you have, best you can with the resources that you have. And that's good enough. It's okay to feel. It's okay to be you. Because you're not yet who you will be. And the more that you can do these sort of techniques, the easier life becomes, the calmer. That's it. And then just moving to this final point at the side of our body. And it's helpful if you put your arm around yourself, so you're kind of giving yourself a hug. Just tapping. That's it. Everything's slowing. Aware of perhaps a little seed of calm somewhere deep within you, beginning to be nurtured, beginning to flow and flourish. That's it. And just keep tapping until it feels right to bring it to a close. Just noticing perhaps a little sense of hope, a little grain of calm, and then stopping when you're ready. Keep going if you need to, and just hold yourself, give yourself a hug. Be kind to yourself, even if it's difficult to say kind words, to be able to just hold yourself. you go. So that's about 10 minutes, just under 10 minutes. Where were you when we started? How was that for you? I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it's made a little bit of a difference for you. What number did you start with? What number did you finish? Let's have a look. That's good. So, nice one, Geezer says that was great. Never tried that before. Started at 7, came to a 3. Good job. Imagine how good you'll be at that when you do that, if you do that every day, you know, or just take some time for yourself. If you think about it, you're just lowering those stress levels and you're just bringing yourself so that, you know, if you do that every day, it's like an oasis of like, oh, yeah, bring myself to this nice place. And yeah, it might go up during the day if you've got a stressful life, but you're starting from here. So, well done. Excellent. Cookie. I started at number 7 and you're a 1. Brilliant. Great job. Imogen, from an 8 to a 3. I love it. I just love it. It's such a great technique. It's so simple. Rachel says, I always love your tapping. Thank you. 7 to a 3. Excellent job. So good. Lynn says, I was getting nice and relaxed. Back at 100 now, thanks to Willow barking, frightened the life out of me. Oh, what can you do, hey, dogs? Oh my goodness. Oh, Charlotte Fox, thank you so much for sending me a rose. That's just very kind of you. Thank you. I'm glad that you enjoy them, Cookie. That's so cool. Excellent. Thank you so much, everyone. So I really hope so yeah, that's a good idea. So will you do a live on progressive muscle relaxation? Yeah, absolutely. I will definitely do one. When I do, I'll make a note of it. So next time I do a practical live, I will do that. We can do a nice body scan together. Hopefully that's a great suggestion. Thank you for suggesting it. So thank you very much for being here. Thank you so much, all of you who've followed, liked, who've shared the live. I really, really appreciate you being here, and I hope that you found it helpful. So that technique was called, it's EFT, so Emotional Freedom Technique, or just tapping, and it's a, well, I love it, and I hope that you love it too. So that this live has been practical. We've had quite a few different techniques, and hopefully they've been helpful. Hopefully, you know, you found one or two that you think, yeah, I can actually take those away and practice them. So that's great if that's the case. If not, then I'm very sorry. Hopefully, if you go and have a look on my grid on TikTok, then there's lots and lots of videos and techniques that hopefully will be helpful to you. So thank you all for being here. Thank you so much to my lovely moderators, Lynn250, who I hope your heartbeat has slowed, your dog barking in the middle of that tapping. Oh my goodness. Thank you to Jasmine for being here, even though really you're supposed to be working. I really appreciate you being here. Thank you, Vicky Hodson. Thank you, Vicky Handlebars. It's just really lovely to have you here, keeping this a safe space. I know I see sometimes, you know, people are muted or blocked, and it's nice that I don't have to worry about that, that I know that you're there keeping this community really safe and steady. So our next live is going to be next Friday. I'm thinking I'm going to be doing it 2 o'clock. It seems to be a pretty good time for everyone. And I'll post about it. I'll put it on my profile page so you can set a reminder. You can register for it if that's good for you. Hopefully it is. So it will be on YouTube either later on today or tomorrow. So if you have just joined now and you're thinking, what on earth is this all about? It's been a practical live, and hopefully, you'll be able to see it on my YouTube. So I'm just going to stay just for a little bit longer just to say goodbye to everyone. But thank you for joining me, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Take care. Oh, Heather, my pleasure, Heather. I'm glad you were here, and I hope you enjoyed it. It's really lovely to see you. I hope that you're all right. Thank you for being here. Julie Reese Diva, thank you for being here too, all the way from sunny California. I hope it's nice, nice weather out there. Have a lovely weekend. Really nice to see you. Oh, Cookie, I can't join the next one. I'll be at school that time next Friday. Okay, so maybe you can catch up on the YouTube, Cookie. But it's been so nice to see you here. Hope you're doing all right. Keep going. Elizabeth Malmross, so lovely as always to see you here. Thank you so much for all your support. I so appreciate it. It really means a lot to me. Thank you for being here. Rachel, you take care, and yeah, take it all into the weekend. Have a nice weekend. Samantha, you missed, oh no. Well, hopefully you can catch up on YouTube. So Sarah Ayres Therapy on YouTube. You can find the link through my profile, or just search for it on YouTube, and it will be on there. But hopefully you can see it there. Oh, Holly's Rainbow, hello, hi, nice to see you. Glad to see you. I hope you caught some of it. Let's have a look. Yeah, Jasmine, you're absolutely right. Thank you all for keeping Jasmine and me company on a stressful day. Oh gosh, I hope it's not too stressful, Jasmine. I hope that you can have a really lovely, relaxing weekend. Lovely. All right, everyone. Well, listen, I'm going to head off and have a cup of coffee. I hope you have a lovely, lovely weekend, and I will see you soon. Oh, a quick one there. Thank you. I'm going to use this as an opportunity to come away from TikTok in a positive mood. Excellent. Go for a nice walk or something. Go and be in nature. Be outside if you can, or go and, I don't know. But hopefully that's a good thing to take from it. Excellent. Hello from Thailand, and goodbye everyone. I will see you next week, I hope. Take care.